All right, welcome to Smokey's Grime Files. And on this one, you know how I do. We do the if there's a video attached to a reference a nigga made in the record, I'm for sure fucking watching it and we're adding it to the beef. So let's say a year from now, some little niggas like, yo, I'm getting in the grime. Oh, P Money and them got a beef. Oh, this nigga reacted to all of it. Oh, what was it's a video for you, little nigga. There's a video for whoever wants this shit later as well. Or if you never sat down to watch this, now you're gonna watch it with me for the first time. So shout out to you. Shout out to all of you guys rocking with the boy. Matter of fact, it's a 730, it's a 70-30 split right now. Hit that like and subscribe for the boy. Let's get them numbers up. Help me, please. It would be greatly appreciated. But this one is Miss Bratt responds to P Money's diss track. That's the first send that P Money sends to Dot Rotten. And then I guess she has another one where she responds to the Mug record as well. So, yeah, we're going to check these out. If you could please hit that like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Hey guys, I hope you've all had a lovely day. It's very beautiful, as you can see. I've just been out and about in nature, walking around. It's been a bit of a tough day for me.
I wish I edited it because as soon as she said that, my brain just instantly shot the chunks. It's nature.
I've just been out and about in nature, walking around. It's been a bit of a tough day for me. I woke up this morning to lots of negative comments online about some specific things that were said about me, and it just felt really shit. It was just, I've been in such an incredible place where I've moved away from the industry for the simple fact of, all the negative gossip that goes around and just all the bad things that come with the industry. I came away from that and took so much time to reflect on life and who I am and my identity, because I really held my identity to Ms. Bratt and not so much myself, Cleo.
Okay.
I found my feet gradually. I found my feet and I got to a great place. And I recently, some of you may have seen, I put a little post up about the depression that I went through and how I came out the other side, and now I've got my own business. So I've been in a really beautiful place, and I'm in a beautiful place. I'm super happy. But today really kind of rattled that happiness for me, and it took me back to a place where I was in the grime scene and I was getting loads of abuse, and it was almost like getting bullied at school. Like, it was just fucking horrible. It took me back to that place, and for once in my life I'm fucking backing myself on this, and I feel like I'm making the right decisions about this, because I'm not gonna have, especially to the place where I've got, and I reflected and I learned so much over the 5 years. I'm not gonna have somebody come into my life and create chaos and disaster when my only output is like positivity and love. I'm not gonna have that. I'm stopping that from getting into my fucking happiness in my soul. So that's just not gonna happen for me. And I also feel like there's so many young girls that just, like, they don't have a voice when shit like this happens to them, and someone comes at them and says all this horrible stuff like she's a slag, or yeah, fuck that bitch, or like just all this bullshit that's just said about females within the.
That's not what was said about you to my memory. And then my only thing is I'm all for the positivity and the growth and all that shit. But if we are discussing shit that you fucking did this shit. You lived the life you live now. Totally true. But you fucking did this shit. You cannot be upset. I don't have sympathy for it. I cannot pay it the fucking attention. Your life is your life now, yes. We were discussing this shit in the past. It's terrible that people participating in this, meaning the people that hit you up about it, that's fucking weird. I don't know why we need to hit you up, especially if we're in the scene and we have the information and we know whether or not this nigga's lying. Leave her fucking be. She's been gone for 5 fucking years. All right, cool. We clown my nigga for it. We don't need to go drag her back into this shit. That's where I think the shit gets wild. But if we are discussing shit you did in a factual way, I ain't got no sympathy for it. It's air. It's air. It's really air.
And this can't be the only environment that life has to offer. Like, people still kicking me flat on your fuck this shit. Ridiculous. I'm stopping that from getting into my fucking happiness in my soul. So that's just not gonna happen for me. And I also feel like there's so many young girls that just, like, they don't have a voice when shit like this happens to them, and someone comes at them and says all this horrible stuff like she's a slag, or yeah, fuck that bitch, or like just all this bullshit that's just said about females within the music industry and in songs. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, we're human beings and we're talking about each other like this. It just makes me sick, and it's accepted and no one talks about it. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm just sitting here like, nah. Like, you want to write a diss track about me or mention me in a diss track and you don't even know me. Like, I'm somebody's child, I'm somebody's daughter, I'm somebody's sister. Like, I'm somebody.
Y'all know my rules. I don't give a fuck. Ain't shit safe or sacred. You want to enter into a war of words with somebody? Like, it's cool being cheeky on records if you're not saying nobody's name and actually draw a man out, like, directly. Like, that's cool. I have no problem with that. Talk all your shit. You start fucking with a nigga on record, subbing a nigga directly, talking about a nigga. I'm sorry, is the collateral damage. You feel like that shit is over the line, but the people that you're associated with have brought you into a thing. It's just how fucking life works. Like, in all things. Like, your dad loses his job. The fuck? You can't eat no more through collateral damage. It's just how life works. So to sit here and be like, oh, that shit's not cool, you should be on the phone with the nigga that got you into this shit. What the fuck are you doing, buddy? You need to calm down. Kill this shit. Because now my life is turned upside down because you're outside on the madness. I just, no. That's not how this works.
Somebody's partner and you're coming at me on some bullshit. Like, it's fucking mental. I'm not having that. I'm not gonna have that, and I'm gonna stand up for every single person that's going through something.
Oh, but she totally has a right to use her voice. I'm definitely not saying she shouldn't have made this video or anything. I'm just like, your anger to me is directed at the wrong people. You got to deal with that nigga that got you into this.
Similar, whether you're a man or a female, because I know artists out there that have fallen into the darkest depths of depression off the back of these crazy diss tracks. Like, you could be flat on your face. I remember being flat on my face and people still kicking me while I was down within the music industry, kicking me while I was down. So I was just like, fuck this shit. I need to know what life is away from music. Like, I need to go and figure out who Cleo is and move away from this Bratt, because I'm not happy here. And
did she make solid music though before she left?
This can't be the only environment that life has to offer. Just like negativity and just hate. No. So I went out and I fucking discovered all this shit, and here we are. So I just want to fucking, I'm just overwhelmed. Sorry if I come across a bit crazy, but my learnings from this is to love yourself, back yourself, and just enjoy life, man. You just got to enjoy life, and we'll get there. So that's what I have to say about all the negativity, and definitely was not going around sucking dicks. So, you know, keep having those little fantasies and those little dreams on the Grime forum, but that's not my reality. Peace.
Well, shout out to her. She said she ain't sucking dicks. She ain't sucking dicks. Stop lying on your dicks to make good bars though. So if this is a lie, I'm gonna take her to word. She said she wasn't sucking dicks, wasn't there, ain't nobody got no proof. Let's move the fuck on then.
There were two more things that I wanted to mention, and the first being that there's a thin line between slander and banter. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm all for banter, like, I take the piss out of myself, but this was more aimed towards slander, and I think an adult would know that, so it's a bit silly. The second
is the understanding of slander common knowledge in the UK, because that shit is not common knowledge in America. Tell you that now.
second thing is that I feel we have a huge responsibility in what we're broadcasting and what we're sharing with each other across social media. You know, we're in the first age of the internet, and
No, we're not.
we need to ensure that we're spreading positivity and just higher in the frequency. Like, spreading rumors and lies about people on the internet. Like, we should have evolved from that. We should have moved forward from that. Like,
Does she know what race she's a part of? Does she not know how the human race works? People been talking shit and spreading rumors about other people since time. Shit. What?
like it's just basic humanity. But for some reason we're not exercising it, and we need to start exercising compassion a lot more and empathy a lot
You
more,
need to
because some
be
people
more honest
are
about human nature.
really going through it. I'm lucky to have come out the other side of the depression and everything else like that, but some people don't even make it out the other side.
It's very
so
true.
we need to be conscious of how we're talking to each other and how we're treating to each other. Just be nice. Like, just be nice, man. It's crazy out here. And don't get me wrong, like, I've got like big love for the industry. Like, I'm loving what Stormzy's doing, and they're artists spreading like love. And
from my understanding, them niggas don't feel like Stormzy is the grime industry. So you bigging up a nigga that they are not championing.
it's incredible. It's pretty cool. But I mean, like, spreading the lies and the slander, like, it's just not cool, man. We need to move forward from that, and we need to bring the frequency up. So that's all I've got to say on it, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening. So that's where I'm at with the situation. My team are dealing with it, and I just want to say thank you all for all of the love and support that you've been sending me. It's been really beautiful, especially because I've been so vulnerable, and I think vulnerability is so powerful. Every time I've exercised it, somebody else has been vulnerable back. So I think it's great in recognizing that we have more in common with each other than we might know. And yeah, man, just feel good.
All right. That shit, to me, it sounds like a person for sure needs to get the fuck away from the industry, so I support that. Mental health, totally support that. I just also sounds like motherfucker forgets where they came from. You know what the fuck that world is, and you out here telling motherfuckers how they should live their life. As an outsider, with 5 years of separation based on what you say. That sounds wild as fuck to me. Can you be upset about all the shit niggas said about you? Totally, especially if it's not true. I ain't got no beef with that at all. Niggas saying your name, that shit not true just to have a cheeky bar, just to make a nigga feel away. Not okay. Totally not okay with that. Especially if you're gonna be like, oh, my song's packed full of truth, but out here lying on a girl just to make a nigga feel weird. It doesn't seem like a quality bar. But if it is true, hey, all's fair. All's fair. But yeah, shit. Still, even if it's not true, this is a fucking class. Ain't nothing safe or sacred. Should have left that bird at home, or you shouldn't have brought your ass here, so I wouldn't be able to talk about her. Cause boy, some of you niggas cannot handle that, and neither can your bird. And that'll be the first thing a nigga pick on. Especially how close you guys are over there. You guys be knowing all type of shit about each other you shouldn't fucking know. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me on this one. Thank you for stopping by. We're gonna continue this P Money Dot Rotten saga, but I felt it was important to check out the Miss Bratt stuff because it's not like everybody that was mentioned or anybody that's mentioned hops on camera to talk about their mention in this. So I was like, I need to see this. But yeah, that'll be it for me. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here.